Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So basically this is the next episode of Basic Up, which I was actually involved in as I joined the Canadian Armed Forces. It was basically a recruiting video, and this is the next episode. So basically what I'm going to be doing is a little bit of commentary throughout the video, as well as kind of explaining certain situations that were happening throughout the video. But when I went through the recruiting process of joining the Canadian Armed Forces, is that they asked me flat out if I want to be part of this kind of a documentary, if you will, about the journey of a soldier through basic training, or BMQ, as the basic military qualification in the Canadian Armed Forces. And they kind of ventured off and kind of followed me with SQ, which was the soldier qualification, as well as your trades course on top of that. In the Canadian military, there's a lot of training involved. It took me about maybe 9 months plus to a year to get my full qualifications, and that's because it's just rigorous training throughout the entire experience. Take a look here. Like I said, it's basically myself commenting on a video that was probably made in 2005, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
One of our 5 recruits will ask for their voluntary release. We'll find out who it is later on. But first,
Private recruit Joanne Waremko is 20 years old. She wants to learn new skills and make her father proud. Private recruit Ryan White is 24 years old and is pursuing a long-time goal. He hopes to do his best and make a contribution however he can. Private recruit Giles Harding believes he has lacked direction in his life and wants to join the infantry to learn self-discipline. Private recruit Ken Collins is 19 years old. He believes the military will develop his leadership abilities.
Look at the haircut. Oh my god, this is like the worst picture they could ever choose for me, but you know what? They want you to look your absolute worst.
Private recruit Adam Hudson is an 18-year-old from a military family. The military has always been a factor in his life, and in his own words, he figured he'd give it a shot.
basic training is a dynamic process. As Private Joanne Waremko's 11th Platoon is about to learn, schedules can change on a moment's notice. We'll see why recruits are encouraged to get into shape before they report for basic training.
Listen up. I know you've all got your schedules is in the Bible, and you've all been told that the schedule will always be adhered to. However, because this is a new platoon and new rules, things change. Therefore, seeing as how you've all been given your PT kit, tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, you will be formed up outside by the aircraft, and myself and Master Corporal Hudon will be taking you on your very first morning PT. There'll be more direction to follow on exactly what is required of you, but what's going to basically happen is we're going to be doing about a 5K run with a little bit of incentives along the way.
This was the worst, absolutely. When this is quite the culture shock, especially when you're used to sleeping in all the time, and it's freaking freezing outside. It's dark, and you're like, "What the hell are you guys thinking?" Doing all this like physical training early in the morning. But this is what they did, and like just a basic training. Obviously, there's a little bit more relaxed schedule as you get more developed down the road, but they just want to weed out the weak, and that's all this was about.
Private Dumont, make sure you have everybody, and after that, go in front of the platoon.
Okay, we're going to start.
Yes, Master Corporal, there is no okay.
And we're going to start our count from the hall left?
Dumont, when you're in charge of the platoon, you're in front of the platoon. So get out in the middle of them, face them, and tell them what you want to do. The rest of you cover off.
It's called the group.
Once again, there was no training with this. This was just like for video drama, of course. Like they didn't give you any training whatsoever, like how to actually like kind of show how leadership was supposed to happen. They just wanted people to kind of just like, yeah, I want to be a leader, and then kind of like demoralize you basically, and then go on to the next person and then demoralize them as well. Unfortunately, it's kind of like a little bit of a tactic that they went through. But yeah, like as for the PT gear, as you look at it right now, it was very basic. It was like basic, uncomfortable, like cotton shorts as well as shirt. I think it was wool socks, to be honest with you. It's very awful to be in, as well as these shoes that were just like, I don't want to call it like Asics before they were a company, but they were like cardboard. Whenever you hit the pavement with those suckers, like you felt every single freaking hit with that. And they're very basic. Basically, at the end of the day, those things were in the garbage as quick as I was promoted, or like as I graduated from this school, those were gone, and I bought a brand new pair.
Platoon 11, Private Dumont.
No. When you see a staff come in, you call group. They become to attention.
Sorry, Master Corporal.
Oh wait, don't be sorry. Do it.
No, room is when you're inside a building. That's incorrect. You don't yell at room. You yell at attention. That's very different. So I don't know why he said that.
Oh, now turn around. Now I'm coming. Now you present the platoon. Stop
Platoon
moving
11.
your head.
075, 064, awaiting order, Master Corporal.
Okay, 62 out of 62.
Right.
Ready for instruction, Master Corporal. Try
Can we
it.
start again?
Yes.
Platoon 11, 62 out of 62, awaiting instruction, Corporal.
Master Corporal. Don't call me Corporal. Okay, form up.
Remember, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just like your PT instructors are telling you in school. Same basic concepts. We don't want to hurt anybody today.
We're running a 5K this morning, and what we expect it's so everybody can follow. If they don't follow, we turn around and go get them. But we don't expect too much on the first PT, because some people, it's a new generation, people are not in good shape. Okay, let's go.
So what he means by that is basically whenever you're in formation and you're ready to go for a road run, is what they called it, right? This is the very basic Canadian Armed Forces PT drill. And they always have one person at the very front, as you see on the video right now, who has a reflective vest, as well as one at the back. And what those two markers were meant to do is that whenever there was a crosswalk or like a crossing road, those two would actually sprint to the front and actually hold traffic as the rest of the group would actually stop and be able to run through that. And basically adds in like an extra layer of security or protection or safety, if you will. And what he means by like coming back is that if there was somebody who's really lagging behind, like really like shin splints or just out of shape, that kind of stuff, both groups, as you see right now, they're both kind of lined up on two lines, and they would actually peel around and kind of come up behind the slowest person, and that was kind of like give motivation to go their pace, as well as to be together as a unit, because the strategy really is that if you're able to take an objective and you have your fastest guys in the front, then you have a lot of traffic behind you that is also not behind you. That's not like going to be anywhere near you. So that is the extra guns, for example, that could like help you suppress like a target. And that was kind of the mentality I think they were trying to convey, to add that like perseverance, to be like in the instruction to like go forward, keep going. Go to the slowest person and like keep pushing it forward to break that low level of physical training and give them a little bit of encouragement, I guess. So
Go, start walking. Let's go.
pretty long.
Do not march, just walk. Do not march. Let's go. Faster pace. Follow me.
I'm not sure why they're not running after that whole lecture about running, but it's just bad.
Start running, slow pace. Let's go, marker. Come back in front. Let's go. Keep it up, guys. You're doing good. Get the pace. Put the pace in front.
Okay. Once you got your canteen now, both of you. Okay, fill it up full of water. Drink at least a canteen of water. Okay? You'll just keep walking. We will turn around to come and get you, and then we'll keep going.
Keep running.
Remember, in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Theo, may I please tie my shoelace?
Yes, if you have to tie a shoelace, pull off to the side, tie it up, and then get back into line.
Yes, Theo.
And for future, you should all have your laces double knotted so that you don't have to stop.
that's in the Army handbook.
Bless you. Thank you, PO. Remember that. We all have ranks, even you. Right, Private? Oh, it's a beautiful day. You guys got my coffee? You'll be doing a PT exam. We call it CF Express test. There's an exact certain way that the staff who are marking you are looking for your sit-ups, your push-ups, the running, grip test, and everything else that you're doing. If you don't do the push-ups properly, as we're going to show you, you'll fail. You fail the PT test, you'll fail this course. You'll be recoursed, and you'll start all over again.
That was the worst feeling when you were told again and again that you're going to be recoursed, and you already been there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or you made all the way to 8 weeks, and you're told you'd be recoursed. And that could be because of injury, that could be because of like medical trauma, that could be because of personal reason, because like a family member passed away, things like that. Like to start back at week 1 and do this shit all over again was like mine. It was a ninja kick to the mind for sure, because you want to have a good career. You're there for a reason. You want to serve. You want to do the best you can for your country, for yourself, and to like kind of really to say like what's your merit? What are you going to be able to achieve while going through this extensive training? And like it's not the Navy SEALs, guys. This is basic training. Let's be honest here. You know, like this is like the very basic level to like every single soldier has to go through, regardless of whatever you see on the big screen, basically, right? So everybody goes through this, and then they decide whether or not they're going to make a career out of it or not. And they hear that it could be very, very draining mentally, for sure.
Until you're physically fit and ready to keep going. Is that understood?
Yes, PO! All the French master corporals and POs, they're funny, and I think they're kind of cute with their little French accents. You know, it's hard to find them scary when they have these little accents. So I'm enjoying it and trying to keep my comments to myself in my head.
Basic Up will be right back. While relentless inspection of kit and quarters may seem tedious, the process instills discipline, stresses attention to detail, and teaches recruits to follow instructions to the letter.
Come in here. What's on the bottom of your boot?
Dirt, Sergeant!
Come to attention.
I had a little bit of an upper hand because I was in Air Cadets when I was younger. So I was able to kind of profit a little bit on polishing these guys' boots from here and there. Like basically as a little bit extra like cash revenue, if you will. And some guys tried to not pay me, you know, but like basically the piper was due at the end of the day. And I think as a regiment in general, I think we were pretty successful to look fairly decent in that regard. But I didn't mind it. If I was like, you know, watching a show or watching a movie, it was just kind of regimented me right to spit polish a boot, no problem, and be able to make it look really, really sharp. And some of them were just like pretty lazy guys. They didn't want to do any work. They were more than happy to pay the extra little bit of money from their advance, and I was happy to take advantage of that.
What's on your soldier boots?
Dirt, Sergeant!
How are your boots supposed to be laced?
Tighter, Sergeant!
Tighter, yes, as well. Were you taught how to lace your boots properly?
Yes, Sergeant!
Okay, from the large toe. Always from the large toe, the toe on the inside, and over, okay? Over, and all of a sudden, there you go. You fucked up. It's under.
Yes, Sergeant!
Same thing for the other boot.
Won't happen again, Sergeant.
I don't want excuses.
25 push-ups.
You got lint on your towels. Okay, all these corners have to meet up.
Yes, Master C.
You see right here, it doesn't meet up.
Yes, Sergeant!
Step back. Where's your picture?
Don't have a picture yet, Sergeant.
Okay, gents, listen up. Everybody will have a picture tomorrow. Is that
The best story I have about this picture thing, this picture thing was kind of just silly. It was meant to be motivation, if anything. And I do remember that there was a couple of clowns within the unit itself, right? And what they started to do is that one individual started to change the pictures of each other to the other bunk and be like, and these guys they've been there for like 12 weeks at that time. And they start recognizing the pictures. They know who it is. They like, oh, that's your wife or that's your girlfriend. So they'd be like, oh, Sergeant Smith, who's this picture right here? They'd be like, oh, it's Gunter's wife, Sergeant. And they know it's a game. They would step out of there and they just laugh their heads off because they just knew that we're just fucking with them, right? At that point, that they knew there was a little bit more of a camaraderie with that. And there's a lot more respect with it because we were listening, we were getting it, we're starting to understand the game, and like we were listening to the instructions, and we're doing really well in the classes. But like it was hilarious because that's what it became at the end of the day. We just started switching pictures and being like, oh yeah, that's my wife's, that's my wife, or like my best friend has my wife picture, and it's just so simple, so funny. And if this offends you, you're not designed at whatsoever for the military. It just, you have to have that kind of dark humor in order to survive this. If you can't have a little bit of humor in life, guys, like this, you just won't survive it. That's just the truth.
Understood.
Yes, Sergeant!
I don't care what the picture is. Everybody will have a picture. If you need, I'll bring a picture of my mom in, and you can all have a copy. Use this razor.
Yes, Sergeant!
Maybe that's why he said he'd get a picture of his mom.
Don't yell at me there, Harding. You're starting to scare me.
Sergeant, sorry, Sergeant.
What did they say about the bed?
Just look inside the razor blade. You see all the shit and corruption in there?
Yes, Sergeant.
And make sure it's clean for inspection.
Yes, Sergeant.
Flush. Here.
Again, this guy was not here to fuck with you. This guy was here to like make you a better soldier. Like he was just playing the game for the camera. He's like, this is the way he was. No matter what rank he was phenomenal. He was exactly what we needed in the military.
Using this soap?
New soap, Sergeant.
I see that.
And
it's going to be used, right?
Yes, Sergeant.
right here. Okay, that's first to this.
See that shit there?
Yes, Sergeant.
So
I don't want to see it.
towel
Yes, Sergeant.
behind this. This one's suit. Okay.
Get all your kit marked?
Yes, Sergeant.
The bed looks like this. No, it has to be there. This one's okay.
All these extra hangers, I want them gone.
Yes, Sergeant.
Is there a piece of kit missing or something you haven't been issued yet?
I was overzealous with buying hangers,
I
Sergeant.
see that. That'll get put away in civvy lockup.
Yes, Sergeant.
Overzealous.
Strings undone,
like this.
pockets undone,
Yeah.
threads hanging off. Did you even work on your locker last night, Harding?
Yes, Sergeant.
Get down. 25 push-ups.
Yes, Sergeant. One,
That's generous. 5 push-ups. That's easy.
three,
It's, it's pretty much like you expect it. Like they tell you, you get in here, you just gonna get yelled at, and nothing you do, the first couple of things you do is ever right. And at first, you kind of look at it like it's so much pressure and everything, and because you're not used to it. If you're living at home, something's constantly expected of you here, always. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But the funny thing is, just the other day, I realized I had an inspection tomorrow. Then I have a test, and it was just you realize you have 30 things to do, and plus your bed has to be made perfectly on top of that. But you kind of just develop it. It's just you're relaxed with the whole pressure of it. Like at home, I watch TV and I do nothing. So it takes a couple of days to adapt. But then eventually it's just kind of right at home.
Nailed it.
Drill instruction. Learning to react instantly to a command is an essential part of a soldier's training. It's a discipline many recruits find difficult initially, and it requires a lot of instruction and hours of practice.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Oh, there's the ugly fucker on the right there.
Charge! Stop! Chuck! Back! Up! Right! Up! Mark! Top! Up! In! Up! Right! Up! Change! Stop! Back! Up! Right! Up! Mark! Top!
see him in the ramp. There he is on the right hand side.
Left, right, left. Yes, Sergeant. Lift up your legs. Let's go. Higher. That's why. Okay, you fucked up. Pick up that legs. Relax. See, concentrate now.
Feeling like kind of crap today, so it was a booster. Like the whole morning was really bad with the drill and all that, a little lethargic and that. But once you get
Holy shit! That's my old boy over there, Adam, on the right hand side. Man, like he was with me for everything, and I didn't realize he was in this video.
that going, you get a whole boost of confidence afterwards. So it's pretty good.
Don't go away. Basic Up will be right back.
Let's go, Collins! Hurry up! No!
Oh, there you go. He's busting my chops already. This guy, he targeted me right away. I can't remember his name right now, but we're going to learn it shortly.
Okay, go! Thompson, go ahead! Let's go! Let's go! Hey, you didn't make it on the end. All right, let's go. Go back!
That's our last one.
No!
Don't fucking argue, just do what you're told!
We're just asking.
Get up! No, don't ask! Let's go! If you do it once, you'll be able to do it twice. Let's go, Collins. Drive it! Drive it, Collins! You're almost there!
Oh shit, that's me.
Let's go, Collins! You're almost there, God. That's the way. One bar at a time. One bar at a time. Yes, we make it.
There we go.
Let's go. Go inside. Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Look for it.
I love this shit. This is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Look forward, look forward. Hey, look forward, one behind another. If you see a skunk, don't play with it. Let's go.
If you see a skunk, don't play with it. Oh my god, it makes you miss it, man. It makes you miss the whole thing. Like, civilian world freaking sucks at times.
Yes, Master Seaman.
Let's go, guys. Let's get nice and dirty.
Master Seaman, anyone ever lost in here?
Maybe from last year. If it stinks, you find him.
Mr. John.
Master Seaman.
Holy smokes. Here's Baker coming up on the end.
Clear! Clear! Easy, guys. Easy
This
shuffle.
was fun.
One, two,
Here you are, Ken.
three. One.
Let's go. You have to say louder. Louder.
2, 3. Legs first. That's it. That's it. Hold. Hold the ropes. All right.
Baker.
Excellent.
All right.
She did really well. I'm really impressed with her.
Last. Way to go, girl.
Hey, everybody go. You gonna run?
Come on, get up there.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Don't even say the word can.
Okay, come on, Stone.
All right, Stone. Now step there. Step there. Put your foot there. Put your foot
See, this
there.
is the thing that you don't really see very much is that they actually do want you to succeed, right? Because they want you to become a soldier at the end of the day. They don't want you to quit. But, you know, there is a lot of team pushing you at the end that wants you to get over, wants you to get over the hump. This isn't the Marine, or not the Marines, this is the Navy SEALs. The Marines is like, you know, pretty similar to Canadian Armed Forces, and I'm sorry guys, it is true. We're trained to the very same degree. If anything, we train a lot more weapons than you are. But, like, you know, just to get through basic training, you know, it's tough. Anyways, comment down low, guys. I love to hear it.
Right there. Now walk against that. Push off with that leg. Push off with that leg. Get the other one up there. Push off with that leg, Stone. Push off. Use your leg muscles. Use your leg muscles.
The gloves are slipping.
Come on. Use your legs. Use your leg muscles. They are the strongest muscles in your body. Well, some of you, the ones between your ears are probably the strongest muscles. Really good.
Come on, Stone.
They don't post this anymore because of the
Come
woke
on,
agenda.
Stone.
Just climb the rope. Forget about the
Get up there.
Oh, no,
Push. Push, push. Get up there. Come on, push. There we go. Grab the top of that friggin' wall. There we go. You're not falling. You follow me, I'll be pissed.
Holy smokes! This guy reminds me of like the guy from Harry Potter. Like, was it One Eye Mally or Molly? I don't know. I'll put a picture up here for you guys. But like, he sounds exactly like him. Like, has his like pumpkin juice that he's got to drink, and he's kind of a little bit rough around the edges, right? But it took me this long to figure it out where I heard this voice before.
Good. Come on, big Andy. Come on, big fella. Got it.
Oh boy.
Get back to try. You almost had it, Anderson. Got it, man.
All about the momentum.
One more good try. Come on, big Andy. Move it, big guy. 110%, Anderson. 110%. That leg up, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Get around the obstacle, Anderson. Do it. Want to go up to the last man, Master Seaman? No, the last man's going to touch you. He's going to say, I'm last. He's going, then you go. Let's go.
I remember a lot of these guys were afraid of heights too, right? Like, that was a very tough thing to a lot of these people to achieve, and they never done that before.
Yeah, keep going.
1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. People holding up on your ass. Come on, you almost there, buddy. Come on, Anderson.
Of course, it's the simulation as if you had like a firearm on you and you were kind of like holding position as an example, right? That's all this was. We weren't given even firearm training at this point. I think this is week 2, and you can tell which week it is because on the epaulet in the middle of the chest, it tells you the number, right? And if you're on week 2, then you're looking over at week 6, you're like, oh man, like these guys, they know their shit, right? They know what's going on over there, like. You know, you're like, oh, like week 10, oh, like these guys, like they're celebrities. And it's just so funny how the regiment works, right? And these are just weeks. But again, it goes back to that whole premise of like, if you were to restart all over again while you're on week 10 and you're back to week 1, mentally that is extremely draining because 1, you will have no weekends. 2, you're not seeing your family. 3, you're doing this shit all over again. Every single course, every single like lesson, all over again.
Come on, good job, man. Good job,
buddy.
Come on, let's go.
Go. Let's go. Push the other
Put your head down, Penny. You're gonna get it picked off. That's the way. Drive the body. Keep the body low. Low to the ground.
Right down to the ground.
Oh, combat roll. They told us to yell. I don't remember why.
Let's go. Get over there.
Yell at me! Oh! Then go back and do the same thing. Let's hurry up!
This was before Tough Mudder.
Are you chewing gum? Don't do 2 things at the same time. So you're not able to.
Sorry. Where you're chewing gum and don't do 2 things at the same time. Holy fuck. Like, it's just coming back, guys. Like, all this shit. All these, like, this smart aleck, like, commentary, things like that. Like, these are the things, man. Like, just. Like, you suppress and it's like you go back and you're just like, holy shit, this is so funny. Like, they knew this was a game. It's all a game, right? And as long as you go through this and like, you know, thank God, like there's people out there who want to go through all this stuff and just like, as long as you know it's a game, man, like it's fun. It's so much fun. Like, like, accidents happen, but you don't even have to be killed. Like, at the end of the day, like, they have a responsibility to keep you alive, right? But, like, I don't know. Would I do it again? Probably. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
To do yelling and running at the same time. This is Silo Sergeant. No, I'm Sergeant, the not Master Seaman Sergeant. Let's go, get up.
When you run, you know why you fall down? You were not raising your leg. That's the only reason.
Yes,
we do it.
There you go.
Nice boy.
Yeah, good job, pick it down.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Good fun.
Unreal.
Am I going to be on TV?
It's challenging, but very good.
What's your toughest one?
The walls. The vertical. Straight vertical wall is the hardest.
Oh, look who it is.
Okay, there we go.
Like get yelled at on camera.
Whoa. It's all basic. You just gotta read through the book, understand the book, and that's it.
This is like back to like watching movies, like American television, things like that. I was so excited to be like in charge, and very quickly you learn to be the gray man. And what that means is like you're there, you exist, you do your job, you do it well, don't get into trouble. That's it, and then basically show what you know down the road, right?
It's right in the book. Like my answers are right, like right from the book.
Well, don't get caught plagiarizing because you'll be up shit creek. Tell me, what are you doing right now? What have you been tasked with?
I basically taking over the role of Corps Senior right now, and that's basically the responsibility of looking over the whole entire platoon. My platoon is 0216 Echo, and by doing so, I have to fill in requests and what they need to do. I have to make sure they're all accountable when at the for parades, or I have to go downstairs with PT at 5:10 in the morning, such things like that. Make sure they're all done their homework so we can hand it in. If they need any cleaning supplies, if they need any personal things like books or anything for classes, I make sure that they can have that by the next time.
What would you say for you is the hardest thing right now, and what's been the easiest thing?
Let me see. I would have to say that drill can be the easiest thing because I was privileged to be an air cadet when I was younger. So I know most of the steps except the Army steps in compared to air cadet, so different drill calls. Just have to make sure. Well, some of the hardest things right now is just getting my quarters in order, trying to meet specific times, especially now as Corps Senior. I have to make sure that they're all getting their stuff going, that we have to clean everything instead of like dusting crevice, and I have to make sure that they're always okay. If they're sick or anything, I have to report them.
How's morale?
I'm sorry?
How's your morale?
Morale? Oh, it's up there. It's really up there.
I don't remember that like interview at all. I'm pretty sure the next day I was fired, to be honest. Like, it's just, that's what they do, right? They just wanted to fire you on the next call as possible and like changed up, you know. But yeah, I think I spoke pretty well because I was only like 18 years old, 19 years old at the time. So I'm very surprised.
Don't go away. Basic Up will be right back.
I believe on day 3, Private Hudson submitted a voluntary release form stating that this job choice was not for him and that he would be happier in civilian life. So we processed that voluntary release at that time.
They say it's an average of 2 weeks for the VRs, and that's an average. If you screw up, they say they can push it back even longer. You still have to march around here, and you still have to keep your bedroom tightened up and everything, and there's still inspections and everything. I left the recruiting center and went to stay with my girlfriend, who I hadn't seen in 4 months before that. So that was kind of tough to leave her and then come here. So that kind of changed my view on really what I wanted to do for the next 13 weeks.
I knew it's kind of sad because like this guy, like we really wanted to do the best we could to basically get him on the same level, right? But you know, sometimes people don't make it. And this guy, I remember the very first day when we had to go up to, I think it was like 13 flights of stairs, and he was really upset about that. He was not able to kind of go all the way up there. He thought it was a lot of pressure. He was maybe over anxiety. Who knows the reason today? By the time we're like, holy shit, man, like you're in the Army, like get it together. And so we, you know, that was basically after we all received our kit and we had to go back up to our barracks. and that was on the 13th or like 15th floor. It was way up there. It was at the very top for sure, and it's maybe a suppressed memory at the time, but unfortunately the guy couldn't really make it all the way up there without being really upset. And we, threw the kid on top of our backs and kind of helped him out and did the best we could as a unit to, encourage, challenge, and make sure that he had everything he needed to persevere. But in the end, he quit. And, sometimes just the way it happens.
It was coming when we were walking up the steps with full kit, with the rucksack, 2 of our bags, and our lockbox, and he couldn't do it, and I always figured he had some kind of ace up his sleeve because he seemed so calm and confident about it, and then he just couldn't get up there, and we all had to help him and everything, but I didn't think he would be all right after that. It was kind of an upset. I really like the guy, but this life, especially, it's not for everybody, and you find out the hard way sometimes.
Again, I didn't watch that. That was brand new information to me. I was trying not to call the guy out on it, but some people just can't cut it.
I called home and spoke with my mom, luckily, and I told her to break the news to him, and then I called the next day and finally talked to him. He was angry at first, but after I explained everything to him, he warmed up to the idea.
I'm surprised he did, actually. I remember walking up the stairs with the rucksacks and all that. He was having a little bit of trouble with that, and he seemed kind of pissed off and all, but I helped him up, and he seemed all right, and then all of a sudden one day he's like, I gotta go for a VR, and you're like, why? Give it a week, maybe 2 weeks, and see if it's something you will fall into and adjust to, and he's just really adamant about going, and I was just surprised about that.
I'll probably have regrets once I start having to pay bills and I'm not making as much money as I am here, but I think this is the best decision for me right now.
Life is all about making choices. Perhaps only time will tell if Adam Hudson made the right decision on day 3. For the rest of our recruits, basic training continues. Next time on Basic Up.
You know what? Sometimes people just don't make it. They're not the right fit. It's not a cultural fit, and that's okay. It's not their fault. But you got to do the best you can for your team, for your unit. And people can't cut it. You don't want them on your 6. You don't want them to be able to be in your unit. And as an example, let's say if you were to stay at a camp and it was their time for Overwatch in the nighttime, or fire duty as an example, and they're not able to stay awake during fire duty, or maybe doing patrol at OP. You don't want people like that to fall asleep. You don't want people like that to not stay at their post or abandon their post, because now you're compromising the entire integrity, the entire team, the entire unit, and now you're putting everybody else at risk, right? So this is why we have basic training. This is why we have SQ training. This is why we have trades training, to ensure that people are qualified to be the best that they can at their job. And if they're not the best at their job, then maybe this is not the career path that they need to pursue, right? And be honest with you, I'd rather have somebody on my 6 who's qualified, who's confident, and who actually wants to be there. Because if they're not actually qualified and confident, then you're more of a liability if anything else, and you're not going to protect me or my back. And at the end of the day, I'm here because I want to protect my country. I want to protect myself. I want to make sure that I go home to my family. And if you're going to repeat that process or that progress, then I'm not willing to have you on my team. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun with that, a little bit of commentary. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Comment down below your experience, if you liked it or not. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. It's kind of weird to kind of look at this kind of stuff about 15 years later and critique it. But the only reason why I actually went ahead with it was because, you know what, this would be kind of cool to show my kids, and I haven't showed my kids this yet. Now my daughter is about 9 years old, and she thinks it's kind of cool. And I've done a lot of really cool things, and there's a lot of things you don't really want to talk about with your kids, obviously when you're in the military, because you want to make sure it's appropriate. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Brand new channel. Don't forget, please like and subscribe. It'll really make a big reach out. And I will see you guys on the next one.